What if the very vegetables you eat every single day, the ones you've been told your whole life are good for you, are actually speeding up the aging process in your immune system, your brain, and even your legs? For a surprising number of seniors, that's precisely what is happening. The most unfortunate part of this whole situation is that the majority of people have no idea it's going on. Your body's circulation starts to slow down. Your baseline level of inflammation begins to rise. On top of that, the efficiency of nutrient absorption from your food starts to decline. In this new reality, some vegetables can start doing more harm than good in ways that are hard to notice. There are some that might send your blood sugar on a roller coaster. Others can end up irritating the delicate lining of your stomach. A few can even damage the tiny, fragile blood vessels in your brain and legs. Over time, these subtle changes result in poor circulation, mental fog, problems with balance, and a significantly increased risk of falling. In fact, a study published in the Journal of Gerontology revealed a direct link between consuming certain foods, especially specific vegetables, and an acceleration in memory and mobility decline. We aren't talking about rare or exotic foods here. Chances are, these very items are sitting in your kitchen right now. But please don't worry. The purpose of this video isn't to create fear. It's designed to provide a solution. This is because for every vegetable you might need to reconsider, there's another you should begin eating instead. That's precisely what we're going to cover. We'll discuss 3 vegetables you should consider avoiding, particularly if you value keeping your independence, a sharp mind, and strong legs. In addition, we'll cover 3 vegetables you should be eating to support your daily mobility, improve circulation, and maintain healthy nerve function. This has absolutely nothing to do with some trendy diet fad. This is about using science to make smarter food choices so you can live with energy, clarity, and confidence. As a medical doctor, this is a situation I've seen far too often. Before we dive in, please let me know where you're watching from today. I encourage you to ask any questions you have and drop a comment for me down below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on the best health advice from. And I'd love to know if you're on board with me. If you are watching right now and this message is connecting with you, please type a 1 in the comment section. If not, just type a 0. It's a common story. Seniors who eat what they think is a healthy diet but still experience weakness, dizziness, or forgetfulness. Often, the problem isn't about what's missing from their diet. It's about what they didn't realize they needed to remove. Our goal today is to fix that. So please, stick with me if you're ready to learn about the vegetables that build you up and the ones that might be breaking you down. We're going to start with one of the most common and deceptive vegetables found on a senior's dinner plate. Let's begin with the white potato, arguably one of the most popular and comforting vegetables on dinner plates for seniors. Whether it's baked, fried, or mashed, the white potato is a classic. There's a certain nostalgia to white potatoes. They feel familiar and cozy. They're a staple at nearly all family get-togethers. Yet, if you are over 60, this starchy favorite could be quietly undermining your health. How so? White potatoes rank very high on the glycemic index. What this means is that your body converts them into sugar very quickly. This rapid conversion leads to sharp spikes and subsequent crashes in your blood sugar. The result of this cycle is inflammation throughout your body and significant stress on your blood vessels. Over a period of time, that inflammation starts to damage your smallest capillaries, especially the ones located in your brain, legs, and feet. This leads to poor circulation and delayed nerve signals, which in turn increases your risk of numbness, cramping, and issues with balance. Consider the case of Alex, a 72-year-old retired truck driver. He had mashed potatoes with his dinner almost every single night. "They're the one thing I never gave up," he told me. Then he started noticing changes, waking up with feet that were cold and numb, his knees feeling tight, and struggling to stand steadily, especially when using the stairs. He just figured it was a normal part of getting older. However, during a routine checkup, we took a closer look at his diet. The pattern was undeniable. The white potatoes, particularly when loaded with butter or cream, were subtly hampering his circulation and increasing his body's inflammation. This isn't just about calories or carbohydrates. It's also about what white potatoes are missing. They lack the antioxidants and other crucial nutrients that protect your cells. Their pale color is a sign of poor defense against oxidative stress and the cellular damage it causes. It becomes even worse when you add toppings like bacon bits, cheese, or sour cream. That just adds more salt and saturated fat, leading to higher blood pressure and more strain on your heart. But here's the good news. Alex made one simple swap. He replaced his nightly mashed potatoes with steamed broccoli, a true green powerhouse. We'll talk more about that in just a moment. After only 2 weeks, he experienced less stiffness, noticed better circulation, and felt a renewed self-assurance when on his feet. The lesson here is that you don't have to give up comfort food. You just need to choose your comforts more wisely. You can have meals that both soothe your spirit and support your health. So, the next time you're about to load up your plate with white potatoes, take a second to ask yourself, is this choice silently weakening my legs, or is it making them stronger? Coming up next is another vegetable that has a stellar reputation for being healthy, but might actually be causing internal irritation to your nerves and joints. Let's talk about a vegetable that could be contributing to joint inflammation and limiting your mobility, despite its harmless and even beautiful appearance. We're talking about the eggplant. Eggplants are a member of the nightshade family of vegetables. This group also includes tomatoes, bell peppers, and yes, white potatoes. While some people handle nightshades just fine, many adults over 60 find they become more sensitive with age, particularly those already dealing with arthritis, joint stiffness, or nerve pain. What's the reason for this? It comes down to a naturally occurring compound called solanine. Solanine is a defense molecule that plants use to repel pests, but inside the human body, it can act as an irritant, especially in joints that are already vulnerable, like your lower back, hips, and knees. In older adults, the effects are gradual. There are no dramatic flare-ups, just what feels like everyday wear and tear. You might notice that your joints feel a bit swollen in the morning. Perhaps your legs feel heavy and tired. Climbing a set of stairs could suddenly feel like more of a challenge. Your body just feels uncooperative and stiff. It's not because you're getting weak. It's often due to the low-grade inflammation that solanine can create, which lingers in your joints, muscles, nerves, and blood vessels. And here is the tricky part. Eggplants are found everywhere. They're roasted, grilled, and stewed, often sneaking into meals without you even realizing it. Here's the real danger. Solanine can actually slow down the signals traveling from your brain to your legs. This leads to slower reaction times and poorer balance, which significantly increases your risk of a stumble or fall. This goes beyond just the physical effects, though. It's emotional, too. You might start avoiding the stairs. You may turn down social invitations because you're worried your body won't be able to keep up with the activity. The good news is that you don't have to eliminate all nightshades. However, if you're experiencing stiffness, nerve issues, or joint discomfort, it could be beneficial to remove eggplant from your diet for a few weeks. Take it out and pay close attention to how you feel. Do you notice less rigidity? Do you have more vitality? Is your equilibrium better? If the answer is yes, you've successfully identified and removed a trigger. Plus, you have fantastic alternatives. Think of leafy greens, cruciferous vegetables such as cauliflower and bok choy, and also zucchini and carrots. This isn't about imposing limitations on yourself. It's about being precise. It's about choosing the foods that enhance your mobility, sharpen your mind, and keep you connected to the life you enjoy. Next, we have another nightshade vegetable that, despite its healthy image, might be wearing you down. Let's shift our focus to another vegetable that seems healthy but may not be as innocent as it appears, the green bell pepper. It's crisp, it's vibrant, and it's a common ingredient in salads, stir-fries, and wraps. For seniors, however, especially those with joint pain, digestive issues, or nerve discomfort, green bell peppers can be a source of subtle trouble. Why is that? The answer lies in compounds called lectins. Lectins are natural proteins found in plants. Their job is to protect the plant from insects and animals. In an aging human body, though, they can cause a mild form of damage. This is how it works. Lectins have the ability to bind to the lining of your stomach. They can irritate the gut wall, interfere with nutrient absorption, and create tiny gaps that allow unwanted particles to leak into your bloodstream. This, in turn, triggers a low-grade immune response. This condition, often referred to as leaky gut, results in inflammation, particularly in the nerves and joints. Here's the challenging part. This kind of inflammation builds up slowly and silently. You might just feel like your ankles are a bit stiff. Maybe you notice you're a little more unsteady on your feet. Sometimes it's something more complex than just getting older. And here's the really unfortunate detail. Green bell peppers are simply unripe red, yellow, or orange bell peppers. They haven't fully matured. They don't offer the same protective benefits and can be more irritating, especially for those with sensitive digestive systems or joints. Does cooking them help? It helps a little, but often not enough. Furthermore, bell peppers are frequently eaten raw or only lightly cooked, meaning the risk remains. So, is it time to give up green peppers entirely? Not necessarily. But if you deal with digestive troubles, joint aches, or brain fog, try eliminating them for 2 to 3 weeks. Then observe if you notice clearer thinking, less bloating, and better balance. That is real progress and direct feedback from your body. Here is the simple substitution. Opt for red, yellow, and orange bell peppers instead. They contain fewer lectins and are packed with more antioxidants like beta-carotene and vitamin C. They're sweeter, more nutritious, and generally kinder to your body. The key takeaway is this. Don't be afraid of your food. Instead, become an expert on how your own body responds to it. Next, we will explore the vegetables that actually work to support your gut, brain, and legs. Let's begin with one that's bright orange, crunchy, and surprisingly powerful. Let's pivot and talk about one of the most underrated vegetables in your kitchen, carrots. They're crispy, they're colorful, and they're easy to grab as a snack or add as a side dish. Here's what most people don't realize, though.
Carrots are much more than just a convenient, colorful vegetable. They're a powerhouse, especially for seniors who want to maintain their sharp vision, leg strength, and mental clarity. What makes them so effective?
Carrots are loaded with beta-carotene, a powerful antioxidant that your body converts into vitamin A. Vitamin A is crucial for maintaining healthy vision, especially in low-light conditions. As we get older, we become more vulnerable to macular degeneration, a condition that damages the retina and makes it harder to read, drive, or recognize faces. But here's the wonderful news. Diets rich in beta-carotene can help slow down that decline, helping you preserve your visual acuity and independence as you age. But the benefits of carrots extend far beyond just eye health. They also work to protect your nerves and blood vessels, especially those in your legs and feet. How do they do that? The antioxidants in carrots fight oxidative stress, which is a major cause of damage to nerve endings and capillaries. This protection results in stronger brain-to-muscle communication, better coordination, and a lower risk of tripping or losing your balance. When your nerves are healthy, you walk with more stability, whether on stairs, curbs, or uneven ground. You feel safer. You can go shopping, visit friends, or enjoy time outdoors with confidence. There's no second-guessing, no hesitation. Furthermore, vitamin A helps to bolster your immune system, which is particularly vital after age 60, when the body's natural defenses can start to weaken. So yes, that handful of baby carrots or that bowl of steamed carrots is more than just a simple snack. It's a daily investment in your freedom. Now, let's quickly talk about preparation. Steaming carrots preserves more nutrients compared to boiling them. Roasting them with a little olive oil can actually enhance your body's absorption of their vitamins. Just try to avoid overcooking or deep frying them. That process breaks down the beneficial antioxidants. The best part is that carrots are affordable, easy to store, and available all year round. You don't need exotic superfoods. What you need are smart, reliable staples. And carrots are truly one of the best. So, the next time you're planning your meal, remember this. With just one simple orange vegetable, you can support your vision, your legs, your immune system, and your freedom to live life on your own terms. In our next segment, we'll check back in with Alex, and he'll show you the one vegetable swap that changed everything for him: his energy, his knees, and his balance. Let's discuss one of the absolute best vegetables for healthy aging, broccoli. It might not be flashy, it isn't trendy, but for seniors, it's a quiet superstar. Broccoli acts as a guardian for your legs, joints, brain, and blood flow. What makes it so effective? In a word, sulforaphane. Sulforaphane is a natural compound found in cruciferous vegetables like broccoli. It activates detox enzymes, reduces cellular inflammation, and supports both brain and heart health. Why does that matter so much? Because as we get older, inflammation becomes a silent enemy. It affects everything from blood pressure and memory to stiff joints and tired muscles. Sulforaphane helps to stop that process before it can cause significant harm. Broccoli is also an excellent source of vitamin K, calcium, and fiber. These nutrients work together to fortify your bones, keep your arteries flexible, and support healthy digestion. Unlike white potatoes, which can spike blood sugar and impair circulation, broccoli has the opposite effect. It helps to stabilize both of them. Let's return to Alex, our 72-year-old retired truck driver. He used to eat mashed potatoes nearly every night. Then he made one change. He swapped them for a cup of steamed broccoli. At first, he wasn't sure what to expect, but within 2 weeks, he noticed he had more energy during the day. His knees felt more stable, and his legs were less swollen. He even said, "I no longer fear the stairs. That is the power of choosing the right vegetable." And the benefits don't stop with bones and joints. Broccoli also supports mental sharpness, thanks to its folate and antioxidants. By fighting oxidative stress, broccoli helps reduce brain fog, supports quicker nerve transmissions, improves coordination, and enhances your reflexes. It isn't just about what broccoli provides either. It's also about what it helps you prevent. By keeping your blood sugar stable, you avoid energy crashes. By fighting inflammation, you protect your heart. And by supporting digestion, you improve your absorption of all nutrients. Your cooking method matters. Boiling broccoli for too long destroys its sulforaphane. It's best to lightly steam it or give it a quick sauté in olive oil to get the best flavor and nutrient absorption. For Alex, that single change made a world of difference in how he walked, stood, and even thought. It all felt stronger. There were no pills and no supplements, just a fork and a vegetable. So, if you're looking for a simple way to boost your circulation, energy, and clarity, start with broccoli. Next up, we have a leafy green that fuels your brain, protects your vision, and keeps your legs feeling light and responsive. Let's move on to spinach. Welcome to the world of spinach, one of the most powerful green vegetables you can possibly eat. You've always heard it was good for you, but if you're over 60, eating spinach isn't just healthy, it's a strategic move. Why? Because it directly targets 3 of the biggest challenges associated with aging: deteriorating brain function, slowed circulation, and reduced muscle response. How does it achieve this? It's thanks to organic nitrates. Spinach is packed with them. These plant-based compounds help to widen your blood vessels. This, in turn, improves circulation, especially to your legs and brain. Better blood flow means more oxygen, which translates to stronger muscles, quicker reflexes, sharper focus, and more fluid movement. And that is critically important. Most falls don't start because of weak legs. They start with slow signals. When your brain can't communicate quickly enough with your muscles, even a small misstep can become dangerous. Spinach helps to reinforce that communication system, allowing you to move safely and with ease. But the benefits don't stop there. Spinach is also rich in 2 antioxidants called lutein and zeaxanthin, which help protect your vision. They support the macula, which is the part of your retina responsible for sharp, detailed central vision. As we age, macular degeneration becomes a serious threat. When you can't see clearly, you stop walking with confidence. You hesitate when you're driving a car. You miss seeing faces and words. Spinach helps preserve that clarity. This way, you remain active, engaged, and independent. It's also a great source of folate, magnesium, and vitamin K. These nutrients support neurological health, emotional balance, and bone strength. So, while spinach literally helps you move better, it also helps you feel better. Now, let's talk about how to prepare it. Boiling spinach for a long time? That's a bad idea as it leaches out the nutrients. Instead, try sautéing it lightly with some olive oil or adding it raw to your smoothies. These methods protect its antioxidants and increase the absorption of its vitamins. And no, you don't need to eat a pound of spinach. Just one small handful each day can make a significant difference in your blood flow, coordination, and brain function. The next time you dismiss spinach as just another leafy green, remember this: it's more than just food. It's fuel for your independence. With every serving, you're protecting your vision, your balance, your memory, and your freedom to live without fear. The best part is that it's accessible, versatile, and affordable. Next, we're going to bring it all together and show you how choosing the right vegetables can subtly safeguard your future, one bite at a time. So, here we are. Over the last few minutes, we've taken a close look at the vegetables you might be eating every day. We've seen how some of them can quietly undermine your legs, balance, and memory, while others work diligently to protect them. Let's do a quick review. First, the vegetables you might want to avoid after age 60. White potatoes. They spike blood sugar, increase inflammation, and can impair circulation. Eggplant. It contains solanine, which can aggravate joints, nerves, and coordination. And green bell peppers. Their lectins can disrupt digestion and lead to subtle inflammation. Now, here are the ones you should consider eating more of. Carrots. They support clear vision, brain clarity, and nerve connectivity. Broccoli. It helps reduce inflammation, strengthen bones, and stabilize blood sugar. And spinach. It boosts circulation, sharpens reflexes, and helps preserve your vision. While each of these choices might seem small on its own, when you put them all together, they have a profound impact on your mobility, your mental clarity, and your ability to live independently. And if you're thinking to yourself, well, it's probably too late for me, let me remind you about Alex. He's 72 years old. He ate mashed potatoes every single night. He had stiff knees. He was unsteady on his feet. And he simply assumed that this was just how aging was supposed to feel. Then he made just one change. He swapped his potatoes for broccoli. He started including carrots and spinach in his lunches. And after only a few weeks, he wasn't just feeling a little better. He was moving more effectively, thinking more clearly, and living with more confidence. That is the true power of making informed choices that are backed by science. You don't need expensive supplements. You don't need a complicated diet. What you need is clarity and consistency, because every bite you take is a vote. You're either voting for strength, vitality, and independence, or you're voting for weakness, inflammation, and decline. But here's the wonderful news. You get a chance to cast that vote again every single day. So now, I have a question for you. Which vegetable from our list today surprised you the most? Is it one you are eating frequently, or one you've been avoiding without realizing its benefits? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read them personally and would be very interested to know what you think. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, share it with someone who might benefit, and subscribe so you don't miss out on more advice for aging well, thinking clearly, and staying free. And please remember this: you are not stuck. Your body is always listening to what you feed it. And every smart choice you make sends it a simple but powerful message: I'm still here. I still care.